Okay guys, in last session we had discussed about the different application of dimension analysis. We solved some example based on unit conversion. Okay, now the second application is what? Second application is the dimensional consistency. So in this session we are going to discuss about the some example, some based on the dimensional consistency. Let's see the first example of the dimensional consistency. This one. And this is a textbook example. For the dimensional consistency, all of you must be remember dimension of any quantity, any equation is same on a both side. Dimension of this any quantity is same on a both side. You must be remember this. What is the solution number 2.15 from the textbook? Let us consider this equation 1/2 mv square is equal to mgh, where m is the mass of the body, v is the velocity, g is the acceleration due to gravity, h is the height. Check whether the equation is dimensionally correct or wrong. We just find that the equation is correct. If any equation is dimensionally correct, it means the dimension of this equation on left hand side and the right hand side both must be the same. If the any equation is dimensionally correct, then the dimension on left hand side and the dimension on right hand side both are must be the same. Let's we write the dimension for each term first. What is the dimension of m? So dimension mass of m is kg. Okay, v means meter per second, and then g meter per second square, then h meter. This is the unit. This is all are the unit. Let's write the dimension of this one. So dimension of this is m1 for meter per second, l1 t minus 1 for g, l1 t minus 2. Denominator comes to numerator, so it's becomes minus 2. So minus 2 and h in meter, so that is L1. So this all are these are the dimension of given quantity. Okay, so let's we find this left hand side first. So left hand side, let's write the solution for left hand side only. So what is left hand side quantity? So dimension of left hand side quantity 1/2 mv square is equal to, now as we discussed in the previous session, if you consider the any number, the number dimension of number is always 0. We are not count the any dimension of any number, so you just take this number dimension is what? 0. Means there is no dimension m0, l0, t0. We are not count any dimension for a number, so this is not a. Now let's count this remaining term. So m is dimension of m is m1. Dimension of m is what? m1. v square means take a v square, so l1 t1 t minus 1 square, so l1 t minus 1 square. So what is this final answer? So left hand side is what? m1 l2 है ना, m1 and square means l2 and t minus 1 square, so t minus 2. So this is the left hand side dimension. Now let's consider right hand side dimension. Right hand side dimension, let's see. So right hand side mgh. So what is the dimension of mgh? So dimension of m is m1, so m1. Dimension of g is l1 t minus 2, so l1 t minus 2. Dimension of h is l1. So find this total dimension. So total dimension of m1 l1 2 times, l1 2 times, so that is becomes 2. So m1 l2 t minus 2. Now compare this both are same. It means LHS is equal to RHS. LHS is equal to RHS. You compare this both as m1 l2 t minus m1 l2 t minus 2. This is the dimension of energy. This is what? Dimension of energy. Write down in note. Dimension of energy. Only for note, huh? Only for note. We have this equation is well known equation, and we discuss about this equation in detail later on. Okay, don't worry about this. Not this example in your books, then after we are go to this next one. Okay, it is illustration number 2.16. Illustration number 2.16 from the textbook. The SI unit of joule is kg meter square per second square. That is the speed. Here the speed v meter per second in meter per second. Acceleration is in meter per second square. विच फॉर्मूला ऑफ द काइनेटिक एनर्जी इज गिवन बिलो, कैन यू रूल आउट, मीन्स इसमें से कौन सा फॉर्मूला है वो सही नहीं है, गलत है, ठीक है। ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ डायमेंशनल आर्ग्यूमेंट ओनली, हियर द m स्टैंड्स फॉर mass of body, m stands for mass of body. First we write the dimension of energy, first we write the dimension of energy, joule. Okay, so let's write the dimension of energy. इसका डायमेंशन क्या होगा, पहले ए लिख देते हैं यहाँ पे, सी kg मीन्स m1, kg मीन्स m1, मीटर स्क्वायर मीन्स L2, and second raised to minus 2 means T raised to minus 2. So this is the dimension, given dimension of energy. If any dimension is similar to this one, then it is correct. If any dimension is not similar to this one, then it is wrong. Okay, मतलब कि इस जो भी इसमें काइनेटिक एनर्जी है उसमें से सेम डायमेंशन मिलता है तो वो करेक्ट इक्वेशन है, डायमेंशनली करेक्ट इक्वेशन है, और सेम डायमेंशन नहीं मिलता है तो डायमेंशनली रॉन्ग इक्वेशन है, ठीक है। kg का हमने m1 लिखा, मीटर स्क्वायर का L2 लिखा, सेकेंड रेज़ टू -2 का T-2 लिखा, ठीक है। चलो फर्स्ट इक्वेशन पे चलते हैं, फर्स्ट इक्वेशन में फाइंड करते हैं। सो इसका डायमेंशन क्या हो, k मीटर m का मीटर, m हियर रिप्रेजेंट्स द मास, हियर m स्टैंड्स फॉर मास, मस्ट बी नोट दिस, m मीन्स kg, v मीन्स मीटर पर सेकेंड। तो m की जगह पर डायमेंशन क्या रखना है, m की जगह पर डायमेंशन रखना है m1, v की जगह पर डायमेंशन क्या रखना है, मीटर पर सेकेंड मीन्स L1 T-1. So use this dimension, okay, in this equation. So m square, in m square means kg square, m square means kg square means m2, और v क्यूब, तो v इसका क्यूब करो तो L क्यूब T-3. Now they compare this both are same, no, so first one is wrong, we rule out this, okay. Second one, find the second dimension. For the second one, let's find the dimension. So dimension of k, so number का डायमेंशन नहीं लिखना है, सिर्फ m का लिखो, तो m का लिखो डायमेंशन क्या होगा m1, v स्क्वायर का लिखो, इसका स्क्वायर करो तो L2 T-, यहाँ पे करना है, जो भी करना है इसके साथ करना है, स्क्वायर करना है तो भी वहाँ से और नहीं करना है तो भी वहाँ से, ठीक है। तो m इक्वेशन के m1 L2 T- सेम है, m1 L2 T- इसके साथ कंपेयर करो, देखो यहाँ पे रेड मार्क के साथ कंपेयर करो, दिस वन, सी a और a दोनों, a जो ग्रीन मार्क, बोथ आर सेम और नॉट, सो बोथ आर सेम, सो सेकेंड वन इज करेक्ट, वी आर नॉट रूल आउट दिस वन, ओके। थर्ड वन, हियर a रिप्रेजेंट्स द एक्सेलरेशन, हियर a रिप्रेजेंट्स द एक्सेलरेशन, तो एक्सेलरेशन का भी अलग से लिखो यहाँ पे, लेट्स वी हैव टू फाइंड दिस, एक्सेलरेशन का भी लिख देते हैं। सो एक्सेलरेशन मीन्स मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर, तो एक्सेलरेशन की जगह पे क्या रखना है, L1 T-2, सेकेंड स्क्वायर डिनोमीटर में, न्यूमरेटर में क्या होगा माइनस होगा कि नहीं, मीटर है तो L1 होगा, और सेकेंड स्क्वायर है तो यूनिट लिखा है मैंने, m यहाँ पर यूनिट है, और जो इक्वेशन है उसमें m क्या है, मास है, दोनों में कंफ्यूज मत हो जाना, ठीक है। चलो तो इसका इक्वेशन हो जाएगा, तो यहाँ पे k इज इक्वल टू m का लिखते हैं, चलो तो आंसर क्या होगा, k इज इक्वल टू m का क्या लिखना है m1, a का क्या लिखना है L1 T-, देखो सेम है, m1 L1 T-, m1 L2 T-2, मतलब बोथ आर नॉट सेम, सो इट इज रॉन्ग, इट्स रूल आउट, ओके। लेट्स वी हैव टू फाइंड दिस आंसर ऑफ D. So what is this dimension of k is equal to 3/16 का डायमेंशन नहीं है, m का डायमेंशन m1, v स्क्वायर का डायमेंशन v स्क्वायर करो तो L2 T-2, सेम है या नहीं है, देखो, सो m1 L2 T-2 दोनों ही सेम है, मतलब कि ये करेक्ट है। फाइनल का फाइंड करते हैं, सो mv स्क्वायर का डायमेंशन और m का डायमेंशन तो अभी सेम नहीं है, देखो mv स्क्वायर का डायमेंशन है, b और c का देखो समेशन, दोनों का डायमेंशन सेम नहीं है, मतलब समेशन रूल यहाँ पे लगेगा। What is the summation rule? If you are consider this in a summation, if two quantity having a different dimension, then it is not possible. Two quantity having a different dimension, then it is not possible. So ये तो possible ही नहीं है, ये तो possible ही नहीं है, क्यों, क्योंकि उसमें जो quantity है उसके dimension ही same नहीं है। So in summation, if you want to sum of any quantity, then you must be required the same units. Here both this quantity having a different unit, so उसका समेशन कर सकते नहीं है, ठीक है, क्लियर है सबको, इसका समेशन नहीं होगा। और मतलब इसमें से 3 इक्वेशन है, ए सी और ई को रूल आउट करना है, और बाकी का 2 है वो में डायमेंशनली करेक्ट है, इक्वेशन का पता नहीं है, ठीक है, करेक्ट नहीं है, बट डायमेंशनली दिस बोथ इक्वेशन बी एंड डी आर करेक्ट, ए सी एंड ई ऑल आर रॉन्ग, इट्स रूल आउट. ओके, नोट दिस एग्जाम्पल इन योर बुक्स प्रॉपरली, देन आफ्टर वी आर जस्ट गो टू दिस नेक्स्ट वन, नोट इट. Let's see. This is the practice example which is based on dimensional consistency. What is this example? Kinetic energy of a particle along a straight line is equal to c into x raised to cube, where x is the distance traveled by the particle. Find the dimension of c. So very simple. Left hand side dimension is equal to right hand side dimension. Nothing else. You are just perform this operation. Okay. So if k is equal to c into x cube, this means the dimension of k is equal to dimension of c into x cube. This means c को count करो, so dimension of c is equal to dimension of k upon x cube. Dimension of c is equal to dimension of k and x cube is in multiplication, comes into the denominator. ठीक है, so मतलब इसमें फर्स्ट आपको k और x के फाइंड डायमेंशन फाइंड. ओके, so what is k? So k is a kinetic energy. K is what? Kinetic energy, and already we discussed in a previous session. So I am just write the dimension of k from the previous session. If you go through the previous session, you get the answer of k. Okay, so this answer is what? M1 L2 t minus 2. What is x? X is a distance, so x का dimension क्या होगा? L1. You just put this both this value here, so you get the answer. So M1 L2 t minus 2 upon x cube मतलब L cube. So you get this answer finally. After this one, this L cube is comes in the numerator. This 2 minus 3 minus 1. L cube is just comes to the numerator. So L2 minus 3. L2 minus C means L minus 1. So you get this answer. See what I am just write the answer here. So this is a very simple example. When this type of questions are asking in an examination, you just go through this operation. You just perform this operation. Left hand side dimension is equal to right hand side dimension. Left hand side dimension is equal to what? Right hand side dimension. You just perform this operation, you get the final answer. Okay, आपको दोनों साइड के डायमेंशन को इक्वल करने हैं तो आपका आंसर आ जाएगा. पर उससे पहले लास्ट लेक्चर में जो आपने सीखा था डायमेंशन कैसे फाइंड करना, वो सीखना है सबसे पहले. मतलब वो टेबल याद रखना है. उसके बाद 10 एग्जाम्पल्स हमने सॉल्व किए थे, और सभी एग्जाम्पल्स आपको फिर से एक बार देखने हैं. ओके, डायमेंशन फॉर्मूला बनाना आना चाहिए, ठीक है. और जो बेसिक प्रॉपर्टी है लाइक फोर्स, एक्सेलरेशन, वेलोसिटी, वर्क, पावर, जो मैंने क्वांटिटी लिखी थी उसके डायमेंशन आपको याद होने चाहिए. ओके, अगर ये एग्जांपल में आता तो डायरेक्ट लिख देना है, ठीक है, फॉर टाइम सेविंग. ओके, लेट्स सी कम्स टू दिस नेक्स्ट वन. In equation x is equal to a plus bt plus ct square, where a, b and c are constant, t is in second, x is in meter. Find the dimension of a, b and c. So use this rule, in the dimensional concept, use this rule. Which rule? In summation, all this quantity having a same dimension. In a summation, all this quantity having a same dimension. So let's see, we use this rule. So dimension of x is equal to dimension of a is equal to dimension of bt is equal to dimension of ct square. So use this rule. In a summation or subtraction, if any quantity is present in a summation or subtraction, then dimension must be the same. So dimension of x is equal to dimension of a is equal to dimension of bt is equal to dimension of ct square. So from this you compare the first two. So dimension of a is equal to dimension of x. X is in meter. So what is dimension of x? L1, and t is in second. What is the dimension of t? T1. So put here dimension of x. Answer is what? L1. ठीक है. Compare this first and third. Compare the first and third. First and third. So dimension of bt first, second is equal to dimension of x. ऐसा लिख सकते हैं. सो मतलब कि डायमेंशन ऑफ b इज इक्वल टू डायमेंशन ऑफ x अपॉन t. मतलब t जो मल्टीप्लिकेशन में कहाँ पे आ गया? डिनोमीटर में. तो x का डायमेंशन L1, t का डायमेंशन T1. सो L1 अपॉन t1. So what is this answer? m0 l1 t माइनस वन. एम प्रेजेंट नहीं है तो उसकी पावर जीरो लिख दो. टी डिनोमीटर में, इट्स कम्स न्यूमरेटर, इट्स माइनस बिकम्स -1 एंड डायमेंशन ऑफ सी इज इन होमवर्क. यू जस्ट ट्राई टू सॉल्व दिस एग्जाम्पल सी इन होमवर्क, ट्राई बाय योरसेल्फ. हियर द आंसर्स आर गिवन. ठीक है. सो मतलब यहाँ पे भी लेफ्ट हैंड साइड राइट हैंड साइड को कंपेयर ही करना है, कुछ नहीं करना है. समीशन में है तो सबके डायमेंशन सेम हो गए, सबसेक्शन में है तो भी सबके डायमेंशन सेम हो गए. क्लियर है सबको? उसमें से जिसका डायमेंशन चाहिए उसको डायमेंशन इक्वेशन का हेड बनाना है. क्लियर है? ओके, लेट्स कम टू दिस नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल. दिस van der Waals equation is given as this one. Okay, determine the dimension of A and B. Again they use the same formula. If any quantity is in summation or subsection, then the dimension is same. If any quantity is in summation or subsection, then the dimension of same. Also write its SI units. So we have a two questions. Find the dimension. Let's we first find the dimension. So use this first bracket. Use this first bracket. So both this quantity are in summation. Both these quantities are in summation. It means dimension of P is equal to dimension of A upon V square. ठीक है. Both are in summation. So dimension of left hand side this quantity P and dimension of A upon V square both are must be the same. So what is this equation from here? Dimension of A is equal to dimension of P into V square. Here P is represents the pressure, V is represents the volume. Must be not this. P is the representation of pressure and V is the representation of volume. So what is the dimension of pressure? Tell me what is pressure actually? Let's see, find this. What is pressure? So pressure is equal to force upon area. So m1 l1 t minus 2. एरिया का क्या होगा? l2. फाइनल आंसर क्या आएगा? m1 l minus 1 t minus 2. ठीक है. What is volume? Volume V means meter cube. It means answer is L cube. Volume का डायमेंशन है L cube, प्रेशर का डायमेंशन है. तो all of you guys must be note this in your books properly. Again in additional notes. Actually we already derived this equation about dimension of pressure. Okay, so you just go through this one. Okay, let's say I'm just erase it. Okay, all of you must be note this pressure and volume. Okay, both this dimension are put here, you get the final answer. Homework, you get the final answer in homework. So let's come to the second one. These quantities are also in what? So subtraction. So this both must be again having a same unit. So dimension of V is equal to dimension of B. So from this, what is dimension of B? मीटर क्यूब. सो मीटर क्यूब इज द डायमेंशन ऑफ बी. सो पहला का आप फाइंड करो, दूसरे का है. ऐसा यूनिट्स कैसे लिखना है, ऐसा यूनिट कैसे लिखना है, ठीक है, वो समझा देता है. यहाँ पे क्या है ऐसा यूनिट्स में, देखो सी मीटर क्यूब, सॉरी एल क्यूब है ना, एल क्यूब है आंसर, मीटर क्यूब नहीं एल क्यूब. सो एल किसको रिप्रेजेंट, मीटर को रिप्रेजेंट करता है. तो बी का ऐसा यूनिट होगा मीटर क्यूब. बी का ऐसा यूनिट क्या होगा, मीटर क्यूब. अगर ए में देखते तो इसका आंसर ये आएगा, आप फाइंड करना अपने आप को क्या इसका आंसर है. इसमें एम 1 टाइम है, मतलब ए का यूनिट क्या होगा के जी. एल 5 टाइम्स है तो मतलब मीटर रेस टू 5. और टी 2 टाइम्स है पर -2 में है. -2 मतलब डिनोमीटर में, मतलब के डिवाइड बाई सेकेंड स्क्वायर. ठीक है. एम 1 टाइम है मतलब के जी, एम रिप्रेजेंट्स अ के जी. L 5 times है, L represents the meters or T represents the second. So in this way you get the answer. This remaining task you just solve by yourself. Okay, note this example properly in your books. Okay, another example which is based on dimensional consistency. The position of particle in a rectilinear motion is given as this one. X is equal to V upon beta 1 minus e raised to minus beta t, where V and beta are the constant. Find the dimension of V into beta. मतलब पहले आप दोनों के सेपरेट फाइंड कर लो, उसके बाद आप फाइंड कर लो आंसर. ठीक है. सो इन दिस सेशन, इन द लास्ट सेशन वी आर डिस्कस अबाउट दिस. इफ एक्सपोनेंशियल पावर हैविंग नो डायमेंशन, exponential power having no dimension, so we are using this situation here. See, this one. This is exponential power. So e raised to minus beta t is given to it. It means the dimension of beta t is equal to what? m0 l0 t0. एक्सपोनेंशियल पावर हैविंग नो डायमेंशन. सो यहाँ पे बीटा टी क्या है? एक्सपोनेंशियल का पावर ही है, तो उसका डायमेंशन क्या होगा? 0 0 0. सो इसमें से बीटा फाइंड करो. सो डायमेंशन ऑफ बीटा इज इक्वल टू m0 l0 t0. दिस t comes in denominator. So dimension of time is what? Dimension of, sorry, 1, my mistake. Dimension of time is what? 1. If this is comes in numerator, what is this dimension of beta? So t raised to minus 1. First answer तो आ गया. Again, you have to finding out the dimension of v into beta. So first you find the dimension of v and find the dimension of beta, then you multiplied it. Okay. Now how we find this dimension of beta and v? So you just use this one. What is this dimension of beta into t? 0 0 0. Why? Because it is an exponential power, as we discussed in last session. Exponential power is a dimensional less. So this m0 l0 t0. This t comes in a denominator. Then your answer is what? T raised to minus 1. Okay. Now left hand side dimension is equal to right hand side dimension. Left hand side dimension is equal to what? Right hand side dimension. So consider this one. This one. So left hand side dimension is equal to right hand side dimension. तो आप सोचते हो कि यहाँ पे वो तो लिखा ही नहीं मैंने, 1 माइनस ई रेस्ट उसका डायमेंशन है ही नहीं. देखो ना, 1 का डायमेंशन, नंबर का कोई डायमेंशन नहीं होता है. मैंने बोला ही आपको, नंबर का कोई डायमेंशन होता नहीं है. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे x का डायमेंशन इज इक्वल टू v अपॉन बीटा का डायमेंशन. इसमें से v फाइंड करो, तो v का डायमेंशन इज इक्वल टू बीटा इंटू x का डायमेंशन. क्लियर है. तो पहले फाइंड करो, बीटा का डायमेंशन क्या मिला? t रेस्ट टू माइनस 1. x यहाँ पे डिस्टेंस पे पोजीशन मतलब डिस्टेंस है, तो उसका डायमेंशन क्या होगा? L1. तो v का डायमेंशन हुआ L1 t minus 1. Okay, all of you guys must be find the dimension of v into beta, means multiply this both dimension, you get the final answer. So this remaining task is in homework. Remaining task is in homework. Okay, all of you, you just find, you just multiply this both the dimension v into beta. You have both the dimension beta and v. You just multiplied with each other. Okay, all of you guys must be note this, all this example. All of you must be remember this, how to find the dimension in different cases. Here we solve the number of example. In number of example we use the different rules: summation rule, subtraction rule, multiplication rule, division rule. Okay, all of you guys must be go through this rules also, and remember the basic properties dimension directly. Remember the basics properties dimension directly, like a force, acceleration, velocity, work, power. You remember this dimension directly as a pressure equation. So we use this dimension in the example directly. So we solve this example faster we solve this example. That is a time saving method. That is what? Time saving method. Okay, all of you must be note this. Then after we are just go to the next one. Okay, note it. Okay guys, in this session we are going to discuss about the some example which is based on the relation between the physical quantities. One application of a dimension analysis. What is this application? The third application, that is deducing the relation among the physical quantities. So in this session we discussed some example how to get how to find the relation between the different physical quantities. Okay, you must be understand first example properly, then after this is quite a easy example. Okay, here also we are just using this dimension analysis method. Left hand side dimension and right hand side dimension must be the same. We use the same method. Okay, let us discuss one example. This example is from the textbook. See, illustration number 2.17. Illustration number 2.17. In this session we are just discuss about this. Okay, consider a simple pendulum. Before we are going to discuss this one, let's I'm just giving us some hint. Suppose you have one equation like this: x is equal to 1/2 a t square. Suppose you have one equation. What is this equation? X is equal to 1/2 a t square. Now this 1/2 is a dimensionless. 1/2 is what? Dimensionless, right? No number, so we are not counting this. So actually what? X is depends on a and t. Yes or no? From this relation what we say, x is depends on a and t. where a is the acceleration suppose and t is the time. So can we write this here? You just compare this one. See here, if you see the x is proportional to a, yes or no? But x is proportional to t square. For the a, there is a power is what? 1. Nothing is more, power is 1. And for the t, what is the power? 2. So means any one physical quantity which depends on another physical quantity. Any one physical quantity which is depends on another physical quantities. Maybe there is a different power. Here the for a power is 1. Here the for t power is what? 2. Okay. So based on this, we are just use this type of method in this example. Okay, means we just we have to consider something for this x, and what we call it is x is proportional to a raised to x and t raised to y. Can we see here x is equal to what? 1 and y is equal to what? 2. Here what is x? X is equal to 1 and what is y? Y is equal to 2. If you compare this both, okay, if you compare this both relation, then you just consider this one. Okay, and what is this 1/2? It is one constant. It is one constant. Which type of constant? Which type of constant? It is a dimensionless constant. That is what? Dimensionless constant. So what we consider the final equation of x? So final equation of x is maybe considered like this: x is equal to constant. Suppose c is a constant. Suppose sometimes k is considered for constant, sometimes c is considered for constant. So suppose c is a constant here. So c into a raised to x into t raised to y. You consider just like this. Means actually x is you just change the symbol, a raised to p, t raised to q. Why? Because here we already use the x. Okay, so a raised to p and t raised to q, like this. You consider this situation in this way. Let's I am writing it x proportional to a raised to p and t raised to q. So x is equal to one constant to c. This is 1/2. This is what? 1/2. This 1/2 must be dimensionless constant. Right now it is dimensionless constant into a raised to p into t raised to q into t raised to q. So this is the one relation. By using this method, by using this this type of method, we just get the answer. We just get the relation between the two physical quantity. Do you understand? So this is one example. First you consider in this example how we just taking a relation between the quantity. So we are taking a relation like this. If x is depends on a and t, then you just take a raised to something and t raised to something into constant, where constant must be डायमेंशनलेस. क्लियर है सबको? मतलब आपको इस तरह का इक्वेशन पहले से डिनोट्स करके रखना है, उसके बाद उसका सॉल्यूशन करके पी और क्यू की वैल्यू फाइंड करके वहाँ पे रख देनी है. ठीक है, ऐसा कुछ करना है. तो सब लोग पहले नोट्स में लिख लो कहीं पे. यू जस्ट राइट, ऑल ऑफ यू राइट दिस वन इन अ नोट्स. ओके, राइट डाउन इन अ नोट. देन आफ्टर वी आर जस्ट गो टू दिस एक्चुअल स्टडी. ओके, नोट इट. ओके, लेट्स सी. Consider a simple pendulum having a bob attached to the string, and we all know what is pendulum. So this type of structure is called a pendulum. Okay, as we discussed in a previous session, what we call it is pendulum. That oscillate under the action of a force of gravity. Means it is oscillates, means its motion is move like this. See, suppose it is a bob, it is a string, and here is a bob, then it is oscillate like this. We call it is pendulum. What we call it is pendulum. Okay. So this type of situation is given to us. Now suppose the period of the oscillation of a simple pendulum depends on length L. So let's consider the length of this string is supposed to be L. Length of the string is what? Suppose it is bob, then length of the string is supposed to be L. Here whatever the connecting the bob, what is this mass? So mass is equal to m. So this mass of this bob is a m, and acceleration due to gravity is g. Acceleration due to gravity is g. Then derive the expression of its time period using by the method of dimension. We have to finding out this. It means time period is depends on three quantity. First length, second mass, and the third gravity. This time period depends on three quantity. Let's we just write the equation of time period. So how we write the time period? So time period t is equal to any constant c. you must be consider k, any constant means anything. Okay, suppose it is c, and first quantity is which one? L, so L raised to a, second quantity m, so m raised to b, and third quantity g, so g raised to c. Here says c two times, let's consider one c is supposed to be, here consider constant is k, constant is what? K. Why? Because we already consider the c. Here a, b and c just the power of this quantity, just the power of quantity, like this. See, here I am write this x is equal to 1/2 a t square. What is power of a? 1. What is power of t? 2. So this a, b and c represent the like this. This is the power. We just get this power. Okay, let's see. So t is equal to k into L raised to a, m raised to b, and g raised to c. So if this equation is dimensionally correct, where k is a dimensionless constant, k is equal to dimensionless constant. ठीक है, यहाँ पे k तो dimensionless constant, उसका डायमेंशन काउंट नहीं करना है. ठीक है, सबको क्लियर है सबको? ओके, यहाँ पे L, M और G है, उसका डायमेंशन, और लेफ्ट हैंड साइड T है, उसका डायमेंशन कैसा होना चाहिए? सेम. So the left hand side dimension must be equal to the right hand side dimension. Why? It is a dimension analysis. If any equation is dimensionally correct, then left hand side dimension must be equal to right hand side dimension. So you just compare both the side of dimension. Before we are comparing the dimension, let's we write the all dimension for all this case. Okay, we write the all dimension. Let's write dimension of first one. What is the t? T is a time period. Time period means what is unit? Second. L is a length. What is unit? Meter. M is a mass. What is unit? kg. G is acceleration. What is unit? meter per second. ठीक है, so we just write all this unit based on this. What is dimension of this all? So time का t1, ठीक है, mass का length का l1. What is for mass? m1. And what is for g? L1 t minus 2. Second square is a denominator, it comes to numerator, so this is the becomes L t minus 2. ठीक है, so this are all the dimension of all this quantity here, whatever we writing here. Okay, let's we find this all this thing. We just put the all value here. So let's compare the dimension of left hand side is equal to dimension of right hand side. Dimension of left hand side is equal to dimension of right hand side. Why this both on this both side? Because if you consider this dimension analysis, then as per this dimension analysis, left hand side dimension must be equal to right hand side dimension. So both have a same dimension. What is dimension of t? T1. So it means m0 l0 t1. Why I am not writing the dimension of k? Because k is a dimensionless. Because k is what? Dimensionless. Okay, right hand side dimension is what? L raised to 1. So L means L1. So L raised to a. ठीक है, 1 into a. Now m means kg means capital M, so capital M raised to b, and g means L1 t minus 2. L1 t minus 2 raised to c means L1 t minus 2 raised to c, like this. Okay, here in this first quantity only 1 is present, so we just directly multiply here. So what is this answer finally? m0 l0 t1 is equal to L raised to a, m raised to b, L raised to c, t raised to minus 2c. See, you compare this both side. Okay, if you compare this both side, then L raised to c and t raised to minus 2c means this. What is the power of m left hand side? 0. And what is the power of m right hand side? b. So the power of m on left hand side, right hand side both are must be same. मतलब ये बोलना चाहता हूँ कि अगर दोनों ही सेम है, मतलब लेफ्ट हैंड साइड का टर्म और राइट हैंड साइड का टर्म सेम है, तो दोनों का पावर भी कैसा होना चाहिए? सेम होना चाहिए. सो कंपेयर द पावर्स. कंपेयर द पावर. ठीक है, कंपेयर द पावर. व्हाट इज दिस पावर ऑफ एम हियर? पावर ऑफ एम लेफ्ट हैंड साइड, power of m left hand side 0 and power of m right hand side b. It means b is equal to 0. ठीक है, we just compare the power. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पावर एंड राइट हैंड साइड पावर सेम होना चाहिए, सेम क्वांटिटी का. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड l का पावर क्या है? 0. राइट हैंड साइड l का पावर क्या है? देखो a एंड c बोथ है, तो टोटल पावर कितना हुआ? a प्लस c हुआ. तो मतलब कि ए प्लस सी इज इक्वल टू 0, ठीक है, पावर ऑफ एल। नाउ पावर ऑफ टी, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड क्या है 1 है, राइट हैंड साइड क्या है -2c है, राइट हैंड साइड क्या है -2c है, तो फाइनली आंसर क्या होगा कि 1 इज इक्वल टू -2c। इससे c क्या हुआ -1/2 हुआ, c क्या हुआ -1/2। ओके, नाउ you just put here this value a plus c. So what is a? So a is equal to -c, a is equal to what -c, and c is equal to -1/2, so minus minus plus 1/2, so a is equal to plus 1/2 and c is equal to -1/2. so मतलब अपना फाइनल आंसर क्या हुआ देखो, what is the final answer? So put this all value in this relation, so it is equal to t is equal to k. What is the power of L? Power of L means here power of L is a, see L raised to a, so what is a? A is actually plus 1/2, see here L is equal to what? A is equal to plus 1/2 means k L raised to 1/2. Clear? Okay, now power of M 0, see power of M 0, b m raised to b is equal to what 0, so anything raised to 0 1, anything raised to 0 what is 1, so we just not writing here. Now power of g, g is c is equal to -1/2, which means g raised to -1/2. so what is our final answer? So t is equal to k. 1/2 power means what? under root. 1/2 power means what? अंडर रूट को हम 1/2 बोलते हैं, और -1/2 डिनोमीटर में जाएगा तो क्या होगा प्लस होगा, न्यूमरेटर में जो -1/2 है डिनोमीटर में क्या होगा +1/2 होगा, तो मतलब फाइनल आंसर क्या हुआ L/G, दोनों का 1/2 पावर है तो उसको लिख दो अंडर रूट में। सो दिस इज अवर आंसर, एक्चुअली दिस इज अवर फाइनल आंसर। इन दिस वे वी जस्ट गेट द आंसर, means we just get the relation between the time period, length of pendulum and gravitational acceleration. It means the time period of time period of simple pendulum does not depends on mass. See here mass is not present, here mass is not present, it means it does not depends on mass, ऐसे हम लिख सकते हैं। ओके, दूसरा कैसे, यहाँ पे k तो मिला ही नहीं, सो k यहाँ पे प्रैक्टिकली फाइंड करना पड़ेगा, डायमेंशनली नहीं मिल सकता है, ठीक है। डायमेंशन एनालिसिस से सिर्फ हमें एक रिलेशन मिलता है, इफ़ यू फाइंड द के वैल्यू ऑफ के प्रैक्टिकली देन इट इज़ 2π, दैट इज द एडिशनल नोट्स, डोंट वरी अबाउट दिस, बट इफ़ यू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ के प्रैक्टिकली देन यू गेट द आंसर इट इज़ इक्वल टू 2π। सो फाइनली टी का आंसर ऐसा रहेगा, टी इज इक्वल टू 2π/L/G। तो इस रिलेशन को हम एक्चुअली डिराइव करेंगे सिंपल हार्मोनिक मोशन में, बट यहाँ पे डायमेंशन एनालिसिस मेथड से आप ऐसे इस तरह से डिराइव कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। फिर से बोल रहा हूँ, आपको जिसका भी रिलेशन चाहिए उसको लेफ्ट हैंड साइड राइट हैंड साइड इस तरह से आपको मतलब कंसिडर करना है, ठीक है। लेफ्ट हैंड साइड क्वांटिटी इज इक्वल टू राइट हैंड साइड फर्स्ट क्वांटिटी रेस टू ए, सेकंड क्वांटिटी रेस टू बी, थर्ड क्वांटिटी रेस टू सी। लेफ्ट हैंड साइड का डायमेंशन टोटल रखो, राइट हैंड साइड का डायमेंशन रखो, डायमेंशन का पावर है जो है उसको कंपेयर करो, कंपेयर करके पावर फाइंड कर लो, पावर फाइंड करके उस रिलेशन में पुट कर दो, ठीक है। तो आपका आंसर जो है फाइनली वो आ जाएगा। तो यहाँ पे आंसर क्या हुआ, t इज इक्वल टू k/L/G। इफ दिस k इज राइट नाउ अननोन, बट इफ यू फाइंड द प्रैक्टिकली देन द वैल्यू ऑफ k इज इक्वल टू 2π। व्हाट इज दिस वैल्यू ऑफ k हियर, इफ यू फाइंड इट प्रैक्टिकली देन k इज इक्वल टू व्हाट 2π, but it is not asking here, it is that is not our question. Our question is what, find the relation between this all quantities. So what is the answer, t is equal to k/L/G। क्लियर है सबको? तो इस एग्जाम्पल को अच्छी तरह से नोट कर लो आपकी बुक्स में प्रॉपरली, एंड प्रॉपरली लिखना है, ठीक है, एज ए अलग करके, ठीक है। ऑल ऑफ यू मस्ट बी नोट दिस एग्जाम्पल इन बुक्स प्रॉपरली स्टेप बाय स्टेप। लेट्स कम टू दिस नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल। दिस इज द प्रैक्टिस एग्जाम्पल अगेन फॉर द सेम वन। practice example means additional example, okay, extra example. A force F, time t and velocity v are taken as a fundamental quantities. What will be the dimension of work? If we have to count the force, time and velocity are the fundamental quantities, force, time and velocity are the fundamental quantity, then what will be the dimension of work? तो वर्क का डायमेंशन क्या होगा, मतलब वर्क है और किस पे डिपेंड करता है, फोर्स, टाइम एंड वेलोसिटी पे डिपेंड करता है। तो उसका डायमेंशन फाइंड करना है तो कैसे करना है, एग्जैक्ट यूज द सेम मेथड, use the exactly same method. So work is equal to force raised to A, time raised to B and velocity raised to C. you just consider the exactly same method, okay, like the previous one. Now here the depend directly given details depends on 3 quantity. Suppose we consider this as some constant k, so some constant k here, okay, k is what? Constant, as we discussed in the last example. So w is equal to constant k. K is a dimensionless constant. K is again what? Dimensionless constant. उसके पास कोई डायमेंशन नहीं है, ठीक है. सो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड का टोटल डायमेंशन लिखो, राइट हैंड साइड का टोटल डायमेंशन लिखो, आपका आंसर हो जाएगा. लेट्स वी राइट द ऑल डायमेंशन हियर. सो व्हाट इज डायमेंशन ऑफ वर्क? Okay, now we go through the previous session and just find the how to get the dimension. Let's say I'm writing the dimension directly. Dimension of work is what? It's a m1 l2 t minus 2. Now dimension of force. What is the dimension of force? Wait for a minute. Dimension of work, dimension of force, m1 l1 t minus 2. Okay, now dimension of t, capital T1, and dimension of v, l1 t minus. Okay, these are the dimension of all quantities. You must be remember these are the dimension of all quantities. Okay, let's find the a, b and c by the comparing this all this thing. Let's compare this dimension left hand side and right hand side. So what is left hand side dimension? Work. So work का dimension क्या हुआ? m1 l2 t minus 2. right hand side dimension क्या हुआ? देखो, force raised to a, so m1 l1 t minus 2 raised to a. Okay, what is the dimension of t? T dimension t raised to 1, it's raised to b. What is the velocity dimension? Velocity dimension is l1 t minus 1 raised to c. Clear? So मतलब left hand side dimension, right hand side dimension को consider करो. Now here the k is dimensionless, so we not counting it. Okay, so this one. Now let's expand this right hand side bracket. So what is this final answer? m1 l2 t minus 2 is equal to m raised to a. See, m raised to 1 into a, so m raised to a, l raised to a, t raised to minus 2a into t raised to 1 into b, b, so t raised to b into l raised to c into t raised to minus c, minus 1 into c minus c. Okay, so what is this final answer? So finally m1 l2 t minus 2 is equal to, you just take all m together, so m is only 1, so m raised to a. You just take all l together, so l raised to a and l raised to c, it means l raised to a plus c. Now all t together, so t raised to minus 2a plus b minus c, plus b minus c. Now see, if left hand side term and right hand side term both are same, then power also same. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड का टर्म और राइट हैंड साइड का टर्म सेम है, तो पावर भी कैसा होना चाहिए? सेम होना चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए? तो सेम पावर को भी सेम करो. चलो, सो पावर को कंपेयर करो, कंपेयर द पावर, कंपेयर द पावर, पावर को कंपेयर करो. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड m का पावर क्या है? 1, राइट हैंड साइड क्या है? a, सो a इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? 1. ओके, l का पावर को कंपेयर करो, सो a प्लस c इज इक्वल टू 2. तो यहाँ पे a तो 1 है, यहाँ पे रख दो, तो c इज इक्वल टू, सी a इज कम्स राइट हैंड साइड, इट बिकम्स माइनस, इट्स बिकम्स माइनस, सो c इज 2 minus a, it's a 2 minus a is put 1, so 2 minus 1 means what? 1, so c is equal to 1, a is equal to 1. Now find the power, compare the power of t, so minus 2a plus b minus c is equal to minus 2. So minus 2 right hand side, this 2a comes right hand side, becomes plus 2a, and so find the c from this, sorry, find the b from this equation. So b is equal to minus 2 plus 2a and plus c. So put this all value, a is equal to 1, c is equal to 1, a is equal to 1, c is equal to 1. So minus 2 plus 2 plus 1, minus 2 plus 2 plus 1, what is this final answer? 1. So a is equal to 1, b is equal to 1, c is equal to 1, everything is 1, everything is 1. So what is our final answer? See, What is our final answer here? After calculating this one, you just put this value here. So finally you get this answer. W is equal to constant K, F raised to A. So what is A here? What is A here? See, 1. So F raised to 1. T raised to B. What is B here? B is also 1. So T raised to 1. And V raised to C. So what is C here? C is again 1. So put here, it is a V raised to 1. So this is our answer, and you just see the answer is given here. See the red mark, answer is also given here. C is considered as a constant. Don't worry, C is nothing, it is constant. What is C actually? Here C is represents a constant. What is this? Constant. So don't worry about this. Okay, you consider the K is a constant, you consider the C is a constant. It depends on us which parameter is considered as a constant. That's not compulsory, it is only consider the K. So what is the answer? W is equal to constant into F into T into V. So we also get this. W is equal to, see, K into F into T into V. Power is what? 1. So this is our answer. All of you guys must be note this in your books properly. All of you note this example properly. Okay, let's come to the next example. Okay, the energy depends on energy, acceleration and length are taken as a fundamental unit. What will be the dimension of mass? तो यहाँ पे क्या फाइंड करना है? मास का डायमेंशन फाइंड करना है, ठीक है. सो इट्स इक्वेशन क्या होगा? मास m is depends on energy, so constant is suppose K. Constant is what? K. So mass energy it depends on energy, so energy raised to A. ये तो एक्सेलरेशन है, तो यहाँ पे कुछ दूसरा सिंबल ले लेते हैं. चलो यहाँ पे कोई दूसरा सिंबल लेते हैं. एनर्जी रेस टू एक्स, ठीक है. एक्सेलरेशन रेस टू वाई एंड लेंथ रेस टू जेड. So remaining task is in homework. All of you guys must be write this example in homework, and this finally you get this answer. At the end of this you get this answer. Here C is constant, huh? You just consider it is C. Suppose let's we consider this is a C. C is what? Constant. So you can consider C is a constant, K is a constant. Don't, it's not depends on you actually. ठीक है, तो आपको इस तरह से फाइंड करना है. तो आपका रिमेनिंग टास्क है जो होमवर्क में, मतलब पहले दो एग्जांपल के उसी तरह से एक एग्जांपल का लेफ्ट हैंड साइड का डायमेंशन लिखो, राइट हैंड साइड का डायमेंशन लिखो, दोनों डायमेंशन को कंपेयर करो और फाइनली यू गेट द आंसर. मतलब राइट हैंड साइड जितनी भी क्वांटिटीज़ है उसके डायमेंशन आपको पता होने चाहिए, अदरवाइज यू आर नॉट एबल टू सॉल्व दिस एग्जाम्पल. If you want to solve the example, you must be know how to write, what is the dimension of particular quantity. And for this purpose, you just go through the first section of a dimension analysis. You just go through first section of a dimension. Okay. Now let's come to this next one. Again the same thing. The dimension of physical constant. Let's we just end our session here, this relation. Now in the next session we are going to discuss some example which is based on a physical constant. Okay, so all of you guys must be understand this all this topic properly. Okay, and you just go through the how to form a dimension of any physical quantity, because here we write the dimension constant directly, like see W force time velocity. So here we write the dimension directly, but you must be remember how to write the dimension. Okay, you just note this all this example in your books properly. Note it.